How do you feel demonstrations will go now that Tiny has been let out?
I think Tiny definitely has a fight in him, and I don't think I ever really lost it. I don't think things will be much different, but I think there will definitely be a lot more people showing up, and I think there will be a lot more like enthusiasm about this all.
The opinions of people that disagree with us aren't any business of myself. We're not intimidated at all by the fact that, you know, Tiny was incarcerated. I think at the end of the day, Tiny was prosecuted and incarcerated because the left considers him politically unreliable. They consider him the enemy. I don't think it has anything to do with what happened on the day and the charging documents and what Tiny's been charged with. I think conservatives in general, constitutional activists, anybody that disagrees with the left, we've been pretty comfortable with being threatened for a long time. Our basic ideology is a threat to those that oppose us, as is. So Tiny being arrested doesn't intimidate us anymore. They can go ahead, they can suck on it. We got the homie out of jail, we bailed him out, we were able to raise the funds, and we're gonna stay in this fight until the end of the fight.
Oh no, I don't, not if it's in Portland or not if Antifa's around. They're just gonna go after conservatives if anything happens. Not me. I don't trust, you know, Portland police police are doing their job, but I guess the rest of the people, the powers involved, the mayor and stuff. So I'm pretty sure if there's any problems, it's going to be blamed on us, not Antifa. So
I believe that it's good for the movement in general if there is a movement, and just that we don't have Tiny just taken off of the playing field and in a way instilling a level of fear in other people that the same thing will happen if they're out demonstrating. Most people don't demonstrate the way that Tiny does. There's a certain amount of activity that goes into that. I mean, if you're just walking with people and waving flags, it's one thing. But if you're willing to get in there and protect people, that's a whole other thing. You've got people like Alan, what the heck is Alan's last name? Sweeney. Yeah, people like Alan Sweeney who was thrown in prison for 10 years for protecting us one day, and then I wasn't there the second day. But he drew his weapon, and that was wrong. Depending on how you look at it, I would consider it wrong. But he should not have been in prison. They've been put in prison, and he's in there now. So I know that kind of meanders around a little bit, but it's a really bad thing when unequal justice is applied. And in this case, we're a step closer to not having that with him out. And I know that he still has to go through his trial and everything else. But at least he's on the outside, and his family and his friends can see him. And I think that it's good for the movement to the degree there is one.
I'm going to go to any demonstration somebody puts on in Tiny's behalf. I'm not going to be able to promote it like I normally would because I will get banished from all my social media outlets on the first time that I post it. So I'm going to have to be a little more of a follower than normal, but I will not miss an event.